Hello, my name is Rupatal, CEO and partner of Sapien Group and CEO of Flash Group. Many people have been asking me about what is happening with the crypto market over the weekend, what's happening with Neo because we've had a Neo day. So I'm going to record a few rather than doing multiple, private messages on numerous chat groups, etc. So let's start with Neo whilst I load this presentation that put together over the weekend. So Neo, in my view, and this we are doing on behalf of the Flash Group News. Just a quick plug. We are a disruptive media anchor, and we do various research on a lot of projects that are hot and topical. Detailed research and report on that totally independently. And just quick on the disclaimer, rather, before we get anywhere, this is not to be construed as financial advice, with all the usual clauses that do your own due diligence before you do investment. It's my personal view with all the research and the extensive years of experience I have and the team has based on investments as well as doing detailed analytical research. So Neo, the company, let's look at them. Neo, and I'll get into the history in a minute, but as a company, it has an amazingly new approach to how it addresses the electrical car market. It started in 2014, had a horrible time, nearly went bankrupt, and just about a year ago, it managed to raise funds, okay, less than a year ago. But in terms of services, what they actually do that is different to the Teslas and the BM and Mercedes, the GMs, and all these people is they've created a battery as a service model where literally you go to one of their service places or their partner service places, you ramp up your car, and within a couple of minutes or so, they change the battery, and in 5 minutes or so, you're away. So they claim that that is the best way, and that service is available to you, saving you, charging and waiting and hanging around and all that stuff. So that is a unique for them as a service, okay? And what they've also done is they've increased their price to the average Tesla, minus obviously the usual government credits that they do. But I have a view on that, which I will cover later on. In terms of competitive advantage, being Chinese, they can really replicate and ramp up resources like no other country. They are known for production, and replication. So that is the least of their worries. Their worry is now being competitive in terms of technology, price, and all the leading edge stuff, which we will get into later on. In terms of design, their latest design yesterday was Neo Day, and they launched a new product out at the end of this year. Already taking pre-orders, we'll cover that, but that looks absolutely amazing. We'll cover that in detail as well. The next thing we'll cover is their performance and how they're doing in their financials. And let's cover this now because high level, the founders are Li Bin and Qin Li Hong. And in 2017, they built that company up, headquartered in Jiading in China. So Neo, its founders, with close ties now with government involved in it, they raised $1 billion, and last year, about a year and a bit ago, they actually listed on the American Stock Exchange with ADRs, and that has brought immense amount of funding into the company for them to grow significantly. Okay, what's happening with my slides? Okay, not much of the history. Basically, they cover emission related issues, and I'm going to let you into what Neo also do, which not many people do. It's not just cars. Okay, in terms of products, they don't only have Neo Pilot, so this does the autonomous driving, and on Neo Day we'll get into that. They've actually launched a brand new autopilot in conjunction with NVIDIA. So they are piloting AI, Neo Power, the house, the smart houses, the service station I talked about, doing various swaps and servicing all these technologies is their core product range. Yes, Tesla does a lot of this, so they have that model as well. In terms of financials, 2020 financials won't be out because now they are legislated according to the American stock market rules and regulations. So the numbers look absolutely amazing when they close the year, but it's not officially out yet, as far as I know. So what I do know is the delivered cars and the production of what was actually promised and what the market expected, it far exceeded all that. That's why we saw the jump in the stock price. Okay, so until then, loss. They think it'll be a loss until maybe half or end of this year, and next year onwards will be a huge profit making organization. In terms of their business model, they have a premier edition car in terms of the design, the look and feel, the aesthetics, and things along those lines. In terms of spec, they have a huge performance advantage to traditional cars, but they also have fantastic technology in the car and what they use in terms of the user experience inside the car. And what Neo Day has done, we'll cover later, is go a step further to that to really take the likes of Tesla, who is the market leader in this current sector, by storm if they deliver that by the end of this year. Their main competitors, I keep mentioning Tesla, this is a very high level summary, but their main competitors is Tesla, really. You can put the Mercedes, BM, Audis, and all these other people in there. But in terms of quite a lot of the core functionality inside the car, yes, Mercedes, Audi, all these people have autopilot, all these people have some form of AI now, especially Mercedes also have it in their new S Class. But we are talking about the mass market just now, i.e., less than the $60,000, $70,000 bracket. Neo by far gives Tesla a run for its money. The key differentiator being the AI, the user experience, the autopilot, and in my view, the lifetime services side of things, because a lot of people want to buy once and forget then what additional maintenance cost they will have for unplanned things. We've all been there through our petrol and diesel related vehicles, so we don't want to see that. And Neo addresses that quite nicely, and with the new car, the autopilot as well. So as you would expect, Neo Day was yesterday, not 2 days ago, and yesterday I was inundated with lots of people asking me because they know I've been in it from when Neo price was 3, 4, 5, went in, out, etc. So I've been following it for the last 6 months really, really closely. And what I see is on, and what I heard and saw at the Neo Day is the company is introducing a new sedan, and that new car is unbelievable. It is said that it will probably approach 1,000 kilometers with a single charge. Now that's huge. The nearest competitor is about half that size, or 600 kilometers type of range. 700 is the maximum I've seen out there. So to do 1,000 kilometers is something, and the battery technology as well is slightly different. It's not their own, but again, they try and use that. The main other differentiator I see in that car is their whole AI onboard autopilot autonomous driving experience, and they've partnered with NVIDIA, and NVIDIA and Neo claim that it's equivalent to 5 to 10 times of a Tesla onboard computing power that they have, so that the AI autonomous driving experience in a Neo car will be that much better and advanced than even Tesla, and Tesla is the market leader currently in that space. So coming back to that Neo Day, the other thing that the new car has also the sedan, whilst they've got the high performance cars, the sedan has also promised is that the future ahead is very bright in terms of performance, serviceability, range, and the AI autonomous driving capacity of the car. And those unique functions and features will set them totally apart to uh, any of the competitors, in my view. And the swapping battery as a service is absolutely fantastic. The next thing they've said is they will go into the European markets next. So yes, local markets, Asia and European markets, they wish to launch that this some part of this year. Okay, let's come to the million-dollar question: should I invest in Neo? In my view, as I said, I've been in it since the 4-5, so it's fantastic returns, almost 10x in less than 8 months, really, if I'm honest. And um, now with the Neo Day, if you look at it, what they're promising to deliver and already taking pre-orders for some of these sedans starting over the weekend, I see with the promises they've got, uh, they will take a huge market share, especially in the local market. Why do I say that? Because if you think what's happening now under the new US registration legislation with the whole green economy thing, that means there will be a more demand for green cars. It will be accelerated. Then you look at the whole US-China trade wars, and if they go hard on China, China will also put a big levy onto. Sorry, my mobile. I better turn it silent. So China will also retaliate somehow, and the trade war will get intense. So if they put big lobbies onto Tesla for their cars in local markets, then they'll price themselves more expensive than a Neo. And if they then, how Chinese being in the, dare I say, the communist way, if they mandate and start saying people have better incentives, manipulate the local purchases with all sorts of incentives through other means, then Neo will get a huge slice of the Tesla market as well. Finally, if China manages to also penetrate the European market with that new sedan and some of the other cars in the family in Europe, then in my view, again, they could take a big lion's share of that market away from Tesla and other competitors. So it's all down to these trade wars, but also down to Neo being self-sufficient and credible enough based on its own technology. And based on its own technology, the whole look, feel, UI, UX, AI, and all these fantastic technologies, it's bundled into the new car with the battery uh, as a service offering and a lifetime service guarantee. It's very, very difficult to compete. Like most Chinese, when they do this, they want to just kill the market and make it good, cheap, affordable as an alternative. And that's why they have the volume. So, in my view, post Neo Day, I can really see the stock growing. Uh, and this is not just on political and technology and all that, but if you even look at pure financials, Tesla currently, and even Elon Musk said it last year, who regretted it at some stage about Tesla being overpriced. Even now, it's around the 1500 multiplier of the stock against its revenue, and it's just all right. So it really is a game changer for Neo, which is less than 20x multiplier for their stock price. So it's just streets under 20x versus 1500x. Neo is way underpriced in my view if you're comparing it in the American stock market multiplier, what the average investor looks at, the PE ratios and the multipliers for how the stock is priced in that sector. So it has a lot of headroom left. The reason why it hasn't accelerated on that is because people and investors, specifically institutions, are looking to see, will they pull through? Will they deliver what they promise? Can they get the revenues? COVID times, will people buy? Or people are already, under lockdowns. Why do they need a car? So all these things are being debated before, the price starts moving. So as soon as the vaccines and people start moving, that's when people will start comparing to see what's good, what's bad, what's value for money, what's not. And again, my personal view, because of that analytical multiplier, 20x versus 1500x, there's a lot of headroom for upside if you're an investor. Okay, so putting the investor hat on, it's a brand that if they deliver this sedan, I think it'll be a game changer. Everything looks okay because the last 2 quarters they've shown good delivery, in fact, exceeded the market's delivery expectations. So I can't see why they cannot do this. They're already taking pre orders, so by March we will know roughly what their pre order books are like. However, based on the near day, I can see in the next few days it will really rocket up. With that, do your own due diligence. This is not financial advice. Look forward to chatting to you again. Thank you.